Hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm a part of the Crisis Consultant team here at the Kroger Company, along with Laban Miller, Brittany Conover, and Rebecca Hamperian. And we're here to help the Kroger community with any food-related or management problems internally. And a little bit of background about the Kroger Company is that Barney Kroger started and planted the first Kroger grocery store in Cincinnati to help serve the tri-state area. And as the years have gone by since 1883, the company has grown throughout the United States, and with that growth, we have also had to grow internally, developing other teams, and so that we can better serve our customers based off of the slogan that Barney Kroger originally said, to never sell anything that you wouldn't want to buy yourself. So with that being said, our roles here as the Crisis Consultant team is to address issues, and unfortunately something that's come up is that we found E. coli in 2 of our kale products, one being our generic brand and one being a name brand. So the key for us is communication, and communication really does help everyone get things together and work in a timely manner and work effectively and efficiently to resolve this problem as soon as possible. And we're going to discuss further about how to address this issue and what our next steps are. So I'll turn it over to Laban, and he'll talk about the recommendations.
So Kroger has always been committed to being every community's trusted grocer, and that rings true even today with this E. coli situation. In order to address the E. coli outbreak, Kroger has established a crisis management plan in order to eliminate concerns, build trust, and improve health safety in the Kroger community. And this is a 3-part plan that starts with finding the source of the problem, communicating information to all stakeholders, and then also improving ongoing steps for safety. So in step 1, Kroger wants to pinpoint the origination of the E. coli strand and figure out where this started. And so in order to find the supplier where the E. coli strand originated, it's going to utilize reported incidents as well as tracking shipments in order to pinpoint this location. Once this location is pinpointed, Kroger will halt all shipments from the location until extensive testing can be done and the problem is resolved and customers are safe to buy products from this supplier. In step 2, Kroger hopes to communicate helpful information to all stakeholders. So there's going to be 2 avenues of main communication to be utilized by Kroger, and that includes press releases and the use of social media. Kroger hopes to help everyone better understand the situation by describing the E. coli outbreak, giving updates on current progress in investigation, and giving an overview of what E. coli is and ways to be preventative and improve health safety. In a recent interview with Sustainable Brands, Laura Phillips, who is a senior manager of global corporate responsibility, had this to say about stakeholder communication. Communications are most effective at engaging stakeholders when those stakeholders feel there is an opportunity for their voice to be heard or for them to influence the outcome in some sort of way. Kroger is committed to the same way of thinking and wants to give all stakeholders the chance to let their voice be heard, and through this process grow the Kroger community in a strong way. The final step of the crisis management plan is to increase steps for safety in the future. So going forward, Kroger is committed to promoting an environment of health, wellness, and trust. And to achieve this goal, Kroger will increase inspections of supplier facilities. In an article entitled Quality Control Basics by qualityinspection.org, 2 key principles were identified for good supplier inspection, and that is randomness and frequency. And Kroger hopes to increase both randomness and frequency of its inspections to provide a higher quality of assurance for its customers that Kroger products are safe going forward into the future. Kroger has always been committed to being every neighborhood's trusted grocer, and by following this 3-step plan, Kroger hopes to remain that trusted grocer for years into the future.
The first step of the plan was, of course, to pinpoint the source of the problem. By doing so, Kroger tracked every shipment, delivery, and storage facility that was related to the kale incident. In doing so, we found that the only kale that was bagged was infected. This, of course, meant that the water source that Kroger was using to water its produce was not infected. This was good news. We could minimize the spread. We sent all of the bagged kale to be tested at Go for Green Labs. So the plastic was indeed the root cause. All of the other produce tested negative for E. coli. At this point, we had to dig deep and find out if these plastic vendors were infecting other produce items, and they indeed were not. The second part of the plan was, of course, to communicate this to the community, the shoppers, the customers who trust our store. By doing so, we want to first discuss a little bit about the effects of E. coli. E. coli can range in effects from anywhere to mild illness all the way to death. However, it is important to elaborate that E. coli typically affects weaker immune systems. Only one strain is harmful, and as mentioned, affects only these immune systems. One can assume that from sales records through Kroger that those purchasing kale also purchase other healthy items. This means that they could particularly be customers who eat healthy on a daily basis. This, of course, promotes a stronger immune system and makes them less likely to suffer from E. coli's effects. It is encouraged, however, at this time to take more vitamins and wash hands more frequently. Step 3. Moving forward to safety. On April 25th, Kroger will host an awareness event. This event will have free health screenings for anyone who is interested. We also will have a Facebook page. We will have this Facebook page up for the next 2 calendar years. This Facebook page will be used for many reasons. Go for Green Labs will also have a personal team hired by Kroger who will inspect produce for the next ongoing fiscal year. We plan on desourcing this plastic company moving forward. We plan on switching to freshness is in the seal for any packaging. As once quoted from Henry Ford, coming together is a beginning, keeping it together is progress, and working together is success.
We have created a Facebook page to help keep the shareholders and the customers of Kroger updated on the information about this crisis. We have put some information on the page about E. coli, how to stop to prevent the spreading of E. coli, some E. coli symptoms, and we've also put information about the awareness event that will be coming up this weekend, and we will update the page weekly for the next 2 years or as we see fit, and we just hope that the customers will communicate with us on the page about what they like or what we need to fix about the page and the produce and the packaging and the safety of all of our products, and we hope that it helps us and helps the consumers get the most out of their produce and their Kroger shopping experience.
Okay, guys.